Greetings, Cancer. Welcome back. Tell me, Cancer, have you always been a dancer? Is it too late? Have our times come? This will be your July 2020 mid-month ASMR crystal scrying. Are you ready? Are you ready? So this month, no scrying oil. We'll be using this MERLINITE, which is a little bit clear, a little bit milky, opaque, and then of course has these beautiful little mossy tendrils weaving its way through the stone. You're going to get a response. I don't know if you sent out a job application or a resume or something like that. It's going to be something like maybe you sent off a demo to a record label, or you've been asking around about something related to your ancestry, something like that. You are going to get a response. Everyone who knows you is going to know that it's about time that this happened, and that you have been talking about it for a while. I feel like you've been talking about it for quite some time, and finally it's going to come to pass. It's going to come to fruition. But what's going to happen first is that there's going to be a bunch of stuff, a big pile of junk in front of the door that you have to get rid of. That you've been meaning to get rid of for a long time, right? So you're going to pack all that stuff into your car. You're going to drop it off at the Goodwill. And then you're going to come home. You're going to be like, why didn't I just do that 3 months ago? And no one has an answer for that. But because you freed up that space, then this new thing is going to be able to come in, and you're going to be so excited, so ready for it. So I think the assumption is that most of the messages that come through, I think most people watch their sun sign primarily, and then some people watch their moon sign and their rising sign. So if it's not meant as totally general, sometimes I'll say moon or rising. Maybe I'll say something about sun sign if it comes up. But I'm feeling like moon in Cancer. First of all, that's a very strong placement because the moon is Cancer's native planet. So there's that. But what is also going on, other than this looking like the moon, we've had these eclipses, right? And that's been very exciting. Eclipses, I believe, in your opposite sign of Capricorn. And so some of you have been very strongly affected by that, but you might not even notice it. It might be the kind of thing that everyone around you notices, but you're a little bit oblivious to, right? Possibly. But then there's also this idea that there's someone else beside you. There's someone standing beside you, holding your hand. They're going to give you a good reason not to let go. But there are things you're going to have to let go of. And sometimes it's tricky. Sometimes it's a balance. A new balance, if you will. What else does Cancer need to know for July of 2020? Happy birthday to those of you who had birthdays at the end of June and earlier this month. By the time you watch this, it'll probably be closer to Leo season, but some of you might still be having birthdays. So happy birthday to the Cancers at the table. Pop some bottles for me. Pop some Ramune. Hold the top in. Break the bottle and get the marble out. Just kidding. Be safe out there. I can't do this with my eyes closed. I mean, I can. You're saying I can't do this with my eyes closed. And you'd be correct. There's like a lot of stuff that you have to do, and you feel like you're having to do some of it blind. But there's people around you who would like to help, actually. You always act like you're so alone in the world. I don't have any friends. I'm a lonely, crappy guy. But that's not true. You do have friends, and they do want to help you, and they do want to support you. And you should ask them for their support, because they want to give it. T-shirt. Something to do about a new t-shirt design, maybe. I think we should do a new t-shirt design. It's summertime, people are gonna want to have short sleeves on, and they're going to be waiting for something to do. We should put out a new t-shirt design. And everybody's like, yeah, cool, that's a good idea. Where's your design? And you hold it up. And they're like, wait. They're like, wait. This is so cool. But where's the rest of it? Like, the t-shirt is so good that it's sparked like this whole other idea about like, well, what is this? Like a rock opera? What is this? Like a whole novel that you're representing in this t-shirt, right? And you're going to get up from the table and start giving a PowerPoint presentation all about this entire universe and all your OCs that you've been designing. OCs are original characters that you made up yourself, as opposed to when you're working on fan fiction. I won't even get into OC insertion in the fan fiction community. It's not for me to say. But you've come up with this whole story, and you were just going to do the t-shirt as like a one-off thing, and it was going to be totally separate from everything else. But because of the amount of story development that you've been doing, like actually everything that you're working on right now is like tying into this main storyline that you've got going on. So that's kind of like your driving force right now. That's kind of like the thing that's pushing you forward, and you're going so fast that you almost can't see what's in front of you. Scooping up some of that light on the stone. MERLINITE. You can also call it Dendritic Opal. I think I mentioned that earlier. Maybe I didn't. Anyway, so there's definitely going to be fast-moving developments this month, and it's things that people are going to be super excited that you're involved in. Very excited. Very glad to know you, sir. Indeed. And then finally, when you sit down at the table and you eat a meal, you're going to feel like you've accomplished something, like I earned this meal. What else do I need to tell Cancer? Something about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's a weird reading for you, Cancer. I'm sorry. Anyway, so what do I need to tell Cancer about this month of July 2020? Oh, sorry, I'm getting a little sleepy. He's going the distance. He's going for speed. So, definitely somebody is staying the course, keeping their eye on the prize, something like that. What about it, Cancer? Put your eye right here. Put your eyes right here on this stone. What is that prize? What is that focus? What is it that you're manifesting way off there in the future? It's not that far away now. It's really not that far away from you. And actually, if you reached out, you could probably touch it right now and grab it and bring it closer to you, right? There's something out there. There's something that you are waiting for, but you're not just waiting for it, okay? You are actively driving toward this thing. This could be Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. There's a straightaway ahead of you, and you've got a souped up turbo Hemi dual exhaust Ford Thunderbird souped up engine, nitrous in the basement type car, and you are, look right here, don't take your eyes off it, okay? And you are well on your way there in 0.5 seconds. So close to it. Probably by the time August rolls around, victory will be yours. And then the world will be your oyster, Mr. Krabs. I bet you can almost taste it right now, can't you? Yeah, take a big bite. Go ahead and take a big bite of that success. You can't let it fester on the vine for too long. It'll get all chewy and bitter. All right, Cancer, look here one more time for me. Look here. Look here. Look here. One more time. We're going to count backwards. From 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Now we're going to take 3 deep breaths. Inhale. And hold. And exhale. And inhale. And hold. And exhale. And inhale. And hold. And let it go. Yes, just let it go. Thank you so much, Cancer, for joining me today for your July 2020 mid-month crystal scrying. It's been a pleasure to spend this time with you, and I hope to see you again very soon.